You've heard of the legend of Dracula, but have you heard of the woman who tempted him? Her name was Elizabeta, or Lise for short, and she was the daughter of a wealthy landowner from Transylvania. She lived in a big house with high walls and iron bars on the windows, just like something out of a fairy tale. But behind those thick walls, strange things were happening, because Lisa was not an ordinary girl. Oh no, she had a secret that made her different from all the other girls in town, and that secret was her gift. She could brew potions that made men weak in the knees with desire for her. The recipe was passed down from her mother, a former fortune teller and street vendor, who used the potion to make men buy her flowers and candy. And when she died, she passed on the secret to her husband, who used it to get ahead at work. Then he, too, passed it on to Lisa. But unlike her father, Lisa wasn't interested in advancing her social standing or making money. She wanted more than what her little town had to offer. She craved adventure, excitement, and most of all, love. So she decided to use her gift on the one man she had her eyes on, Vlad Tepes, son of the local lord. Vlad was a handsome, brooding young man who had just returned home after years of fighting abroad. He was everything Lisa had ever dreamed of, strong and brave with a mysterious air about him. And soon he would become the most powerful man in town. Lisa knew he was the one for her. The moment she laid eyes on him, she saw their future together. They would rule the land, he as the prince and her as his princess, beautiful and powerful. All she had to do was convince him to marry her, and what better way to do that than with a little help from her gift. Lisa started by brewing a batch of her special perfume. It smelled like fresh roses and exotic spices, and was guaranteed to drive men wild with desire. When she finally saw Vlad walking through the market square, she took a deep breath, put on her most seductive voice, and called out to him, "Hey there, handsome stranger. You look like you could use a little pick-me-up." Vlad turned around and saw Lisa standing there with a mischievous grin on her face. Her perfume was strong, but he couldn't help but be intrigued. What did this mysterious girl want from him, and how could she help him? Lisa saw the desire in his eyes, and knew she had him wrapped around her little finger. She invited him back to her house for dinner, where she served him delicious food and wine and danced with him under the moonlight. By the end of the night, Vlad was completely smitten with her. He couldn't believe how beautiful and enchanting she was, and he didn't realize that she had used her gift to make him feel that way. The two of them started dating soon after that, and Lisa found out that Vlad was just as passionate and intense as she was. They had fun together, going on long rides through the countryside, hunting wild game and partying with friends. But Lisa knew that Vlad was only seeing her for her beauty and charm. He had no idea about her gift or the lengths she had gone to get his attention. She wanted more from him. She wanted his heart and soul. She wanted to be more than just his girlfriend. As months went by, Lisa became more and more obsessed with Vlad. She started spending all her time with him and neglected her old friends and family. She also became more possessive and jealous. She didn't like when Vlad went anywhere without her or when he talked to other women. She wanted him all to herself. One day, Lisa found out that Vlad was going to a party with some of his friends, and he had invited another woman, a beautiful countess named Ilonona. Lisa was furious. She couldn't believe that Vlad would go to a party without her, and she was even more surprised when he asked Ilona to dance and flirt with her. Lisa felt like her world was crashing down around her. She couldn't control her emotions anymore. She was going to lose Vlad to that woman. But then Lisa remembered her gift. She had the power to make Vlad want her more than anyone else. She just needed to use it wisely. So she did something desperate. She brewed a new potion, a stronger one than she had ever made before. It was a love potion, one that would make Vlad fall madly in love with her. She put the potion in his drink and waited for him to drink it. When Vlad drank the potion, he felt a sudden surge of passion and desire. He looked at Lisa and saw her in a new light. He had never noticed how beautiful and alluring she was before. He couldn't take his eyes off her. He grabbed her hand and led her to the dance floor where they danced passionately, as if they were the only two people in the room. Ilona watched them from afar, confused and heartbroken. She didn't know what had happened. Why was Vlad acting so strangely? Why did he ignore her? After the party, Vlad went straight to Lisa's house. He couldn't get enough of her. He told her how much he loved her, how beautiful she was, how much he wanted her. Lisa was thrilled. She had done it. She had made Vlad fall in love with her. But then she felt a pang of guilt. Was this right? Had she tricked him? Had she violated his trust? She didn't know what to do. In the end though, Lisa couldn't resist Vlad's love. She gave herself to him completely, and they started living together in his castle. Soon Vlad and Lisa were married. Their wedding was the talk of the town. People came from all over the country to celebrate with them, and Lisa knew that she had made the right decision. She had found her happily ever after with Vlad, or so she thought. As the years went by, Lisa started to feel that something was missing. She had everything she had ever wanted: a loving husband, a beautiful house, a loyal dog, but she still felt empty inside. She couldn't shake off the feeling that she had betrayed Vlad. She hadn't been honest with him. She had lied to him about her gift. She was afraid that he would reject her if he knew the truth. But now she couldn't live like that anymore. She had to tell him. One day, Lisa finally confessed everything to Vlad. She told him about her mother and father and the secret they had passed down to her. She was scared, but Vlad didn't react the way she had expected. He didn't get angry or upset. He was actually fascinated. He wanted to learn more about her gift, and Lisa realized that she had made a mistake. She shouldn't have kept it a secret from him. She should have told him from the beginning. The two of them spent the next few days talking and bonding over their shared secret. Vlad was actually really supportive and understanding. He told her that he loved her no matter what, and that he wanted to help her control her gift. Together they came up with a plan. Vlad would keep his distance for a while and see how long it would take for Lisa to miss him. If she could go without using her gift on him for more than a week, then she would be cured. At first it was hard for Lisa. She missed Vlad terribly and she felt like she was losing control. But then she remembered why she had confessed to him in the first place. She wanted to be honest with him. She didn't want to lie to him anymore. And so she pushed through the pain and the loneliness. She threw herself into her work and her hobbies, and she tried to focus on the positive things in her life. A week went by and then another. Lisa was so happy. She had done it. She had overcome her obsession with Vlad. But then something unexpected happened. Vlad came back to her house one day and he was hurt. He had been attacked by wolves and he needed her help. Lisa was torn. She wanted to help him, but she also didn't want to use her gift on him. She was afraid that she would lose control again. But in the end, Lisa couldn't bear to see Vlad in pain. She helped him heal and she used her gift to make him feel better. But that was a mistake. The moment she laid her hands on him, she felt the desire and passion surge through her body. She couldn't control it, and neither could Vlad. He felt it too. The two of them fell back into their old patterns. They couldn't resist each other. And Lisa knew that she had lost her battle with her gift, but she didn't care. She was in love with Vlad and she didn't want to fight it anymore. So Lisa and Vlad continued living together in their castle, but they kept their relationship a secret. They were afraid of what people would say if they knew the truth. But the secret ate away at them. It drove them mad, and eventually they snapped. They started blaming each other for their problems, and they fought bitterly. One day, Vlad came home and found Lisa dead in her bath. She had taken her own life. He was devastated. He couldn't believe that he had lost her. He blamed himself for her death. He felt like he had caused it. And in his grief, Vlad did something terrible. He cut out Lisa's heart and drank her blood. He didn't know what he was doing. He was just in so much pain. But that moment, he realized that he wasn't Vlad the Impaler anymore. He was something else. Something dark and evil. From that moment on, he became known as Dracula, the son of the dragon, and the people of the land lived in fear of him, for he had become the monster that lurked in their nightmares, and all because of the woman who had tempted him.